Alright, what's up guys? It's me again. I'm back, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to give you guys some tips on tennis. Now, normally, with this kind of build, you'd think that I'm a power lifter or something, but no, I play tennis. I've been playing tennis for about 3 years, and I've accumulated a lot of knowledge, and I want to pass some of that knowledge on to you guys. Alright, so, we're going to be going over 6 shots today. The forward volley, the backhand volley, forehand topspin, backhand topspin, the serve, and the tweener, which is the hardest one. So, we're going to go in order. So first up is the forehand volley. It should look something like this. Alright, I'm going to get closer because I don't know if I'm loud or not, but watch, alright? This is a ready position. And what you want to do is you want to put your finger right in the middle of the racket while cradling it with the other 4 fingers that you have. And you want to hold it at the base with, here, hold on, let me show you guys. With this little V shape on the middle part of the racket. See this little octagon shape? This line right here, that little V shape has to be on that line. All right, let me put you back there. So yeah, that little V shape has to be on the line. And what you want to do is you want to turn right without stepping, and then you just want to bend your racket a little bit backward. You want it to face the incoming ball, and you want to keep your arm out because as you step forward to hit the ball, you want your hands to connect. So let's do that again. All right, so step 1, 2, 3. Step 1, 2, 3. Got it down? Good. That's a forehand volley. That's going to be very useful when you're close to the net and the ball is coming towards you. You want to like just tap it over. Like if it's over here, you just want to tap it. Or if you want to be a little fancy, you can try and do an overhead. Well, I'll discuss that later. All right, we're done with the forehand volley. Now it's time to learn about the backhand volley, which is basically the same thing. You know, you start with the racket facing outward, the strings facing towards the incoming ball, but instead of your hands going together, you separate them. Here, hold on, I'll go sideways so you see it better. But look, separate. It's like an umpire shouting safe in baseball. So it's the same thing as the ready position. I didn't specify that's what this is called. This is the ready position. This is what you want to start out as when you're facing the incoming ball, and then like when it's coming, you want to make sure you're ready for any shots. But yeah, so basically you just turn left, same thing you do with the forehand, except it's the backhand, and then you separate. And it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing as the forehand volley, except it's for the left, or for the right if you're left-handed. So yeah, again, use this when you're close to the net, or if a ball is too difficult to hit. This is guaranteed to get almost any ball over the net. All right, next up, sorry guys, next up is the forehand topspin, which is my favorite shot. This can be used to hit balls really, really fast. This is normally supposed to be used when you're all the way at the back of the tennis court. I'm on the football field right now, sorry. And basically what you want to do is you want to, first off, you want to keep your grip at the same thing, this little V shape right here, and you want to rotate kind of like you do with the forehand volley, but you don't bend it backward, you keep it upright, and then you rotate a little bit farther while keeping your racket face sideways now. So hold on, I'll do it sideways so you can see it easier. So you start out, and then you rotate your body while keeping the racket up, and then you step forward, and then as you can see, my racket head is facing towards the ground, so it'll be able to get that upward motion. Now a lot of the times I see people hitting their forehands like this. This is not a forehand. This is just going to make the ball go way up there. But for a forehand, you want to keep the racket face down, because that's going to scrape over the top of the ball, or I guess like do it like that, but it's going to scrape over the top of the ball, and it's going to create that little spinning motion, and it's going to go up. So it'll like, you're slow. I'll do it slow. Watch, all right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Now you might not want to step too far out because you're not really supposed to be locked in any position while playing tennis. You need to always be moving around. You need to have very fast legs, which I don't really have. I'm a big person. It's hard for me to move fast when I'm doing my best. So yeah, we just learned how to do the forehand topspin. Now we're going to learn about the backhand topspin. It should look something like this. Sorry. I'm used to dropping back whenever I put my racket in this position because of the overhead. I'll discuss that later though. So it's the same thing as the forehand again with this part, except it's over here. So you just gotta keep your racket right here in this little ready position, and then you gotta change your grip. Actually, you gotta change your grip. Look, see how my grip is still on this part right here? You gotta switch it to that part right there, because watch, I'll keep that grip. This is a very important grip. It's called 11 o'clock. It's kind of like the hands on a clock. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you keep the regular 12 o'clock grip, you're going to make the ball go way up again. So you want to change it to 11 o'clock so it keeps that downward face instead of an upward face. If you keep the previous grip, you got to make it a downward face. So you just got to it's very much like a forehand, except you just do that, step forward, draw your racket back while still keeping your hands together, and then you separate while still keeping the racket down, and then you just bring it up. Just like step forward, bring it up. Step forward, bring it up. I'm not the best tutorial giver, guys, I'm sorry, but I know what I'm doing, trust me. So yeah, you basically just gotta do it all in one motion like this. Now normally people aren't gonna hit it like this, they're gonna hit it like this, but it's the same kind of movement except it's just with one arm, which I find a little bit easier to do because it's faster, but people usually do it with two arms so they can get more power into it, but I prefer the one-handed variation. But yeah, that's basically it. So we've gone over 4 shots. We have 2 left, the serve and the tweener. So I'll go over the serve first. I don't really have a ball to have with me right now, so I'm not really able to demonstrate the serve correctly, or I guess hitting the ball, but whatever. So basically what you want to do is you want to stay in that ready position, and then you want to change to that 11 o'clock grip I told you about on the topspin backhand, and you want to hold, like pretend I'm holding a ball right here in this hand. You want to hold the ball just underneath this little V section of the racket, and you want to rest the racket on it. And when you're doing this, you want to kind of lean forward. You want all your weight on your front leg. My back leg, I can tap it on the ground. So I'll move forward like this, and you want to be leaned forward. And a tip is to point your racket at where you want the ball to land. So if I want to serve it, if I'm standing, like imagine this is the out zone, and this little red spot, which you can barely see, is the court. So if I'm standing at the very edge and I want to serve like way over that way, I would aim the ball like this. I would aim my racket like this, I'm sorry. So it's just like soccer where you point your foot at where you want the ball to go. But so basically what you want to do is you want to aim your racket at where you want your ball to go, and then after that you want to bring your racket downward and up while bringing the ball up as well, because we're kind of holding a ball right here. But you want to bring your racket and your ball up at the same time. So, and then you want to throw your ball up, and then after you throw your ball up, you want to hit it. So I'll back up a little bit because I'm gonna hit the crossbar of this football post. But you basically you wanna throw the ball upward, and then you wanna smack it as it's like right here. You don't want to smack it downward though. You want to curve it. That's why I told you guys to put on the 11 o'clock grip, because if you just keep the same grip, you're just gonna smack it downward, But if you put the 11 o'clock grip on, you're gonna curve. You're gonna hit the ball on a curved surface. So it's gonna make the ball spin like this, and it's gonna make it curve like that way. So you hit a ball like that, and it's gonna curve all the way over there. So this is what it should look like. All right, now that we've gone over those, it's time for the last shot, the tweener. This is arguably the hardest shot in tennis because it involves hitting the ball underneath your legs. And a lot of people do this. I know it doesn't sound like it, but a lot of people hit the tweener because it's when when the ball is too far forward, and it's when they're running after the ball and they can't get it, so they have to hit it underneath their legs to get it back over the court.
Hey, stop.
So
I think you're out.
What you have to do is keep that 11 o'clock grip, and it's basically like a backwards hit. So I'll do it like this. You want to raise your racket like this, and then you want to snap it. And you want the contact point to be just behind you, like right here. So you want the ball to be like that. You want to keep your racket face flat though. You don't want it to curve out of control. You want that racket face to be flat. I'm still kind of learning how to hit this, but from what I know, it's like that. You gotta keep the racket flat. Nice and flat, all right? That shot is really hard to hit. I don't think you guys are gonna get it, but I've demonstrated what I know. I will practice it on the court. Stay strong.